Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Raw. Tell me what y'all thought about Monday Night Raw down in the comments, because I thought that it was a pretty solid show. I think we doing like a reset here. We gonna have to have a big conversation about this on a live screen, and we gonna have to dive deep into this because we got new people that are into the phrases. We building new people. That's what I always talked about, how we need to build people. We got people passing the torches. We got people that retired. We got people that got released. Yo, it's a lot going on right now. It's a lot going on. But welcome to the main event. I be your host, Main Event Fro. This is the most unhinged wrestling podcast on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. This is your Monday Night Raw review. The show kicks off with Roman Reigns pulling up. Adam Pearce was like, we need to get rid of Jacob Fatu. We need to fire him. And Roman Reigns was like, man, who signed the papers for him to make it official? He was like, you did. Okay, well, that motherfucker ain't doing shit to Jacob Fatu until he acknowledged me. Right? Then we got the Vision coming out. Then the Street Profits pull up. Then Joe Hendry pull up. And they had a little back and forth with talking, but it wasn't all that. It wasn't all that. The Vision versus Street Profits alongside with Joe Hendry. And this was just a match. You know, your average match. Average at best. Probably ain't even at best, just average match. But Seth Rollins caused a distraction for Antonio Dawkins to pin the pressure. And then Brian Breaker spears Dawkins, right? It looks like Seth Rollins pushed Dawkins into the spear. That's what it looked like. Now, will they play off of that? They might play off of that later on with Paul Heyman probably doing a replay to show them that they can't trust Seth Rollins. Because he did push that man into the spear while he got the fuck out the way. Adam Pearce, we're talking to OG, Americano. Liv Morgan pulled up. They have a little small back and forth. And Pearce makes the match with El Grande versus Dirty Dom for the Triple A title. Then Alberto and Angel pulled up. They just signed the Raw. So hopefully, now you know what? Fuck the hope. We out of hope, right? I mean, with WWE, we out of hope. Alberto and Angel will be used as pawns to get everybody else over. And we'll talk about that later on. Penta comes out. Ethan Page shows up. They have a back and forth. Then Rusev comes out. Then Javon comes out. Ethan Page starts some shit with Javon and Rusev. Adam Pearce comes out. Makes the match with Rusev versus Javon Evans. Now, I can see a fatal four-way coming. Can you smell it? Yeah, I smell a fatal four-way coming. Javon versus Rusev. And I can't believe all the offense Javon was getting, because in my head, I was like, well, yeah, Rusev need to be like a roadblock for Javon to get through before he get the title or win the title off of Rusev, right? But no, Rusev actually was getting his ass whooped in this match. Then he made a comeback. Then Javon made a comeback for the 1-2-3. Io Sky and Oscar meet backstage, and Oscar's passed the torch to Io. That was pretty much it. Brie, Bella, and Paige comes out. Then Roxanne and Raquel comes out. They have a back and forth. They start fighting. Liv Morgan pulled up. Judgment Day gets the best of them two. And they hold up all titles. And I gotta admit, Judgment Day with all titles looks good. That shit looked good on the women. Now, for my idea of this situation, let's get rid of Dirty Dom. Let's get rid of JD McDonough. And let's turn Judgment Day into an all-women faction. Let's do that. Jim And Roman was talking, and Big Jim Uso was like trying to talk Roman out of it. You know what I'm saying? But Roman like, fuck that. This guy is gonna acknowledge me, just like you and your brother did, right? The Prophets were getting interviewed backstage. Seth Rollins pulled up, and he wants the Prophets help. Well, he wants them to team up against the Vision to help each other. Montez Ford ain't going for it. He like, bitch, I done heard about you. You a backstabber. You's a liar, a cheater, backstabber. I heard about you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want nothing to do with you. Then we get Sol Ruka versus Io Sky in a lovely match. And these two went at it. And Sol already made a name for herself. And I'm liking this shit because Jason Jane, along with Fatal Influence, already made a name for themselves, which they barely been on the main roster. Sol been on the main roster before, but we gonna take that out the picture, right? Sol Ruka is making a name for herself right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm loving the way that the crowd is interacting with the newcomers, because we need new blood. We need the new reactions. We need that. We don't need the Ricky Saints. We don't need the Ricky Saints moment. No aura, no crowd reaction, nothing. Like he should have just stayed in NXT for a second. You know what I'm saying? But okay, we talked about that. Okay, Liv and the girls get interviewed, and they were just talking shit, pretty much. Io Sky talks to Sol Ruka, and she says, it was nice to have a match with you, type shit. Then Becky pulled up on Sol Ruka, and she makes fun of Sol Ruka. Now, this is not going to go well for Becky Lynch. This is definitely not going to go well. This feud with her and Sol Ruka, but let's not just make this about Becky and Sol Ruka. Let's make this about Becky, Sol Ruka, and Io Sky. Let's do that. Let's get a triple threat going. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Oba comes out for his open challenge. And Adam Pearce comes out and said, don't nobody want to fight you, man? Nobody want to fight you? You fucking everybody up. Nobody want none of that shit. Boy, you just beat Brock Lesnar in 1.3 seconds. Nobody want none of that shit. So Oba gets mad. Walks backstage. The first two people he see was Los Garza. So he beats him up, carry Alberto on his shoulder while choking Angel all the way to the ring. Throws him in the ring, told the referee to start the match, and squashed him. Or as Roman Reigns would say, smashed him. What would have made it better? If Oba Femi would have just stacked him and then pinned him, but I guess they said that was too much of a Roman Reigns thing, that they didn't want to do it. But they should have did it. Oba Femi should have stacked them and then pinned them, sending a message to Roman Reigns. That's what he should have did. You know what I'm saying? Dirty Dom, JD was walking to the ring for Dirty Dom match. Finn Balor takes out JD, so Dirty Dom won't have no backup. Then we get the match. Dirty Dom versus OG Americano. And Dirty Dom almost killed Americano when he threw him in his head, hit the post, the ring post, and he fell to the outside of the ring. That shit looked deadly. I like that. But the Americanos helped out Dirty Dom, and he retains the Triple A title. Now I'm pretty sure that favor is going to come for Americano to challenge Dirty Dom for that title. The tag team champs gets interviewed. Austin Theory, Logan Paul. Logan Paul walks off. They talking about they got to go eat, bro. They finna celebrate. They got to go eat. So Jackie Robinson stops the pressure, and she was trying to ask him more questions. And the pressure was like, did you want to come? And she was like, no, then. So he was like, well, we got to get going. So they dip off. But that was a good moment for Austin Theory. We need to get more moments like that or similarity to that for Austin Theory. You know what I'm saying? Playing that type of role. Whatever that was. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. But I like that little piece. Roman comes out with Big Jim as Jey stands back waiting on Jacob. So Jacob pulled up and Jey was trying to stop him. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Uso, you don't need to do this, Uso. You don't know what you're doing, Uso. I don't want you to get your ass whooped like me, Uso. We had to acknowledge, he made me acknowledge him, Uso. But anyway, Jacob wasn't hearing that shit, beat down Jey, walks to the ring. Big Jim met him up the ramp, beats down Big Jim, get in the ring, him and Roman start throwing hands. Now, there was a good back and forth until the crowd started cheering or started screaming, "We want tables." So Jacob Fatu gave him tables. Roman Reigns made a comeback, hit him with another Superman punch, but Jacob Fatu shook that shit out, powerbomb Roman through the table. Put him in the tongue and death drip. Put him in the Samoan death grip multiple times. Security finally get Jacob Fatu off of Roman. He walking up the ramp. Then he thought about it. He talked some shit, then he thought about it. Runs down the ramp to the side of the ring and does a motherfucking cannonball on Roman, Jey, and Jimmy. Through the barricade. Standing super tall at the end. Taking out all three members of the day one bloodline. You know what I'm saying? So this is not over. Call me crazy. Hell in a Cell. Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns. Hell in a Cell. Maybe they had 3 matches. We do got Saturday Night Main Event, and we do got Clash in Paris. Or Clash in something. Shit. So we might get there on Saturday Night Main Event, where Jacob Fatu probably picks up a win, but not for the title. Might be like a count out. You know what I'm saying? They get counted out. And then at the Clash PLE, we'll get that Hell in a Cell. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'm still kind of trying to dissect this thing, man. But make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I be the Main Event, and I'll catch you all in the next Main Event. Peace.